Hello, my name is Lisa Baldwin and today I'm doing a manicure with my client, and we're going to go through the processes of a normal manicure, and then we're going to apply a gel application, and I'll be going through various stages of the manicure and working with the client. I'm aware of the client's background and lifestyle, and the client is a massage therapist, so the nail shape chosen to be most practical and effective for that is an oval almond shape, and we've discussed the frequency of application of a gel nail solution and what's required for upkeep, and we'll go through a little more of that later. So the first thing we're going to do is work through the disinfecting our hands and then doing the normal process of a manicure. I'm going to record all the information about my client so that we know what we're doing for next time. So, just working through this, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to disinfect my client's hands before we start working on the manicure. So I've got some disinfectant solution. My hands have already been washed and disinfected, but I'll do mine again as well, and I'll just offer some to the client and work that through. So the nails are all disinfected, and we're starting with a clean, nice disinfected stage.
I nearly did it myself. When you squirted it all.
So we're working through that. So there's a nice towel here if you'd like to just dry your hands. Terrific. Now let me just inspect your nails and have a look to see if there's any contraindications that need addressing. And your hands are lovely and everything is looking fine. Just need to work through the cuticles and shape your nails a little bit before we apply the polish. So the first thing, we don't have any jewellery to remove, so that's all good. First thing I'm doing is I'm just going to shape the nails before we soak your fingers, and I'll use a 240 grit file to just start to work through shaping the nail. And when you shape the nail, you just work on the edge lightly, just to make sure that take away any rough edges. And you don't use a sawing action, you just go from the side in and just shape that gently. Hope you can see that. Now we usually work from these angles to help remember where you're working from, but also to individually work through the nails as we go. You comfortable?
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is put on some cuticle remover to start to work through applying the cuticle cream. Now this particular solutions basically start to soften the cuticle to allow it to be easily removed. And then we work through using the tool to gently push back the cuticle, preliminary, and then we'll soak the fingers. Have a warm, disinfected bowl of water for my client to soak her hand in, and then we'll obviously do this with the other hand as well and work through that. Just get you to place your hand in there, soak that for a minute. Okay, so I've just gone through and we've soaked the client's hand, and we've done a little bit of the cuticle removal, and we've dried the hands. I'm just going to do a final pushback of the cuticle now. Just, it's all moisturised so the skin's more subtle and soft. And I've spoken to the client about part of our treatment plan will be to follow up with some cuticle creams to help to reduce the growth of the cuticle onto the nail plate. and that will be useful and helpful for the nail polish application and just general appearance of the nail. Gently pushing the cuticle back, it's important. So now I'm going to buff the nail. That's just to prepare the nail for the buffing initially. Just working across the nail plate. Now I'm going to apply some cleaner to remove any excess leftover cuticle oil or anything to clear the nail plate. So it's known as squeaking, and that squeaking noise is literally the nice clean nail plate with the solution. It gives you a nice clean surface to work through. And we're now going to apply bond to the nail plate in preparation for doing the gel application. It's important to only put a little bit of the bond onto the nail. Get that chalky consistency. Too much is not a good thing, but it helps to adhere the gel to the nail. It's important to not get any of this onto the physical skin as well, because it can be a dehydrator and dehydrate the nail, so be very sparing. This particular one is quite fast acting and usually applies in 30 seconds, so I'm now going to do a foundation coat, and this is applied again very sparingly to each nail and then cured in the machine. So it's important to get good coverage on the nail, so you go straight down the centre of the nail. Rotate the finger so that you can get good coverage. If you apply too much, you use an orange stick to just remove any excess because it's not required. You can cure in the machine. It's important when you apply your foundation and your polish as well to leave a little edge before the cuticle. The actual gel cures in the machine. It shrinks slightly, but you need to be away from the cuticle and the skin on the side. If the nail was a little bit longer, I would cap the free edge a little bit differently as well. It's a bit more challenging with a smaller nail, but still having this base coat will protect the natural nail and allow the client to grow out and give a bit of strength. To clean up these surfaces if you want to, just a little bit there. It's ready to go in the machine, so if I can just... I'm just now putting another coat of this beautiful sparkly gel polish on my client. Just going to be adding a little bit of highlight to my fingers without all, just getting a good even coverage, capping the nail free edge. Again, it's important to make sure that you have a good coverage but not too much. And this will cook, or in the machine this will cure for a minute. place the top coat on. That will help keep the moisture into your cuticle area. If you have any problems at all, come back and see me. Because we can repair nails and we can do all sorts of things to make sure that your enhancement is the best it can be for your work until your next appointment. Good. The enhancement gives you good coverage to protect your natural nail while it grows out. Now there's a sticky residue which is just part of the normal process, so I'll just remove that before I do your cuticle. And then we'll moisturise your cuticle. Some nice cuticle oil to put some moisture back into the area after your curing treatment. I'll just do a top coat on that one in a minute.
Do I go back in again? I can't remember what I've done.
I think that was 2 rows. That's fine. I'll just do a top coat on that one. It's just massaging in the cuticle oil. And there we have
Beautiful.
finished hand.
Yeah, lovely.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful.